The Wylder is a powerful class in Elden Ring Nightreign. In order to unlock his full potential, we will need to complete a somewhat lengthy and convoluted Remembrance Questline, all of which will be covered in this guide. As usual, useful timestamps can be found in the video description. The first thing we will need to do is obtain the Old Pocket Watch, which is guaranteed to be obtained after successfully completing one Tricephalos expedition. That means we will need to defeat Gladius, Beast of Night. Doing so will get us the Old Pocket Watch, which we can give to the Priestess NPC. This will unlock the Duchess character, and will also allow us to start on Wylder's first Remembrance quest over at the Journal and Roundtable Hold. It's in Chapter 3 of Wylder's Journal that we will begin Remembrance. Once that is done, we'll move over to and past the journal to another room in order to find the Iron Menial NPC. We can speak with and accept the Menial's task, replying with "Understood." This will give us a personal objective for Wylder. To complete it, begin any run while using Wylder and while in the Remembrance. If you are playing with a group and all players are trying to complete the objective, you will need to do it one player at a time across 3 separate runs. In any case, I completed my objective in the Gaping Jaw expedition. You'll know if your objective has priority in the run if you can see a red flag marker on the map. For Wylder's objective, we will need to head to the nearest mineshaft. Once there, we'll need to make our way down to the deepest part of the mine. There should be what looks like a legendary item embedded in the wall. Approaching it will cause a tunnel crystallion to appear, and after defeating the crystallion, we can retrieve the Slate Whetstone relic. With the objective completed, we can finish the expedition or die trying. Back at the hold, we will deliver the Whetstone to the Iron Menial and obtain a handful of rewards, most important being the Mended Earring. We can then head over into the next room and hold up both earrings in the light. We will then need to go speak with the Duchess and give Mended Earring. The nearby portal will take us out of the Remembrance, completing it. Doing this all will reward us with the Slate Whetstone relic. Next, we will need to go back into the journal and begin the Chapter 5 Remembrance for Wylder. If you don't have access to this Remembrance, you may need to complete an expedition as Wylder first. After beginning Wylder's Chapter 5 Remembrance, we can move into the west section of the hold, the library, and interact with 3 separate books. Doing so will cause a door to open to the Hold's mausoleum, which we can access by going down the nearby staircase. There, we will need to interact with the 3 sarcophagi, then speak to the Iron Menial and ask about the Priestess of the Round Table. We can then finish this remembrance by heading out to the beach to find the Duchess. We will ask, "Are you trapped here?" then use the nearby portal after the dialogue that follows. Upon completion of the remembrance, we will obtain the Wylder's Chalice. We can equip the Chalice over at the Relic Right station, and it has a special white slot that can fit any relic regardless of color. Now this is where things become a little more complicated for Wylder's Questline. Before I was able to progress to the next remembrance, I first needed to successfully defeat 4 different Night Lord targets, which unlocked the final expedition target, the Night Aspect. I don't believe you need to complete all these with Wylder, but that being said, I did defeat the first expedition target with Wylder several times, so successfully completing multiple expeditions with Wylder may also be required. I had also completed the Remembrance questline for Duchess up to Chapter 7 at this point, and given how her questline is intertwined with Wylder's questline, that may also be required. I'll be sure to leave a pinned comment on this video with updated information as I'm able to gather it, so check there for the most accurate details on how to advance Wylder's quest, but hopefully the aforementioned notes can at least give you a place to start. In any case, once we have access to Wylder's Chapter 7 Remembrance, we can begin it, then read the note on the nearby table. We will then need to head down to the mausoleum and find the chest to our left at the bottom of the staircase, which contains the torn out paper scrap. After grabbing that, we can go back to the main level to find and speak with the Recluse and ask about taking the Night Lord's power. I'm not sure if our response matters, but I chose it does to progress the questline. Following this, we can go speak with the Menial once more and ask about the whereabouts of a silver tier. In order to complete our personal objective, we will first need to unlock the Shifting Earth event Noklateo, the Shrouded City, and also have it active in our expedition. This is the final Shifting Earth event to be unlocked, and in my game, it unlocked after defeating the Fissure in the Fog target, which was also my 7th unique expedition target to defeat. That being said, if you've already had this event take place and then end, then it's up to chance whether this event will recur after defeating any given Night Lord, at least in the game's current state at the time of publishing this video. Because of that, I would prioritize completing this step in Wylder's quest at the earliest possible opportunity. Once you have the Shifting Earth for Noklateo underway, make sure to switch back to Wylder and resume the Chapter 7 Remembrance if you were playing as other characters. Be sure that your fellow Nightfarers are not also trying to complete a personal objective, then begin the expedition. Our personal objective target is deep within Noklateo, and it is also an area full of difficult enemies. Because of that, I would spend the first day outside of the city gaining strength. In the best case scenario, we are able to reach level 8 or 9 by the start of day 2, at which point we can quickly move to the entrance of Noklateo near the southwest side of the map. Upon entering the city, we can move southeast to find an entrance into the city's sewers. We will then need to continue southeast, going through an archway just beyond a cluster of basilisks. Keeping along this path will eventually lead us to a spirit spring, which we can take up to the inner sanctum of Noklateo. Just past the first site of grace and to the south-southeast, we should see a sarcophagus with a golden objective item. Approaching it will cause a mimic troll to spawn, which will need to be defeated before picking up the item, a silver tier. Doing this will complete the objective, and as long as we finish the run, by success or failure, we will keep the silver tier. All that said, since we are here, we might as well plunder the other secrets in Noklateo. The one that is nearest is just to the southwest. There is a sarcophagus here where we can duplicate a single armament. You may want to hold off on doing this though, as there is a boss that seems to be almost guaranteed to drop legendary items just ahead. To reach it, we will need to move northwest a short distance, then go southwest at a site of grace. This will take us to the southwestmost structure of Noklateo, where a very difficult boss, Naturalborn of the Void, is waiting. This boss dropped one or more legendary items each time I defeated it. After we pick our reward, we can then move to the back of this area to retrieve the power of the city. In addition to unlocking the achievement Noklateo, the Shrouded City, we will also get a buff that revives us from near death a single time and makes us more powerful for a short time after. This is very helpful for defeating the final boss of an expedition. Upon our return to Roundtable Hold, we can go speak with the Iron Menial and use the nearby portal to complete the Chapter 7 Remembrance. Doing so will unlock the Remembrance skin for Wylder, along with the Silver Tier Relic. In order to complete the final step in Wylder's questline, we will need to make sure that he has the Silver Tier Relic equipped, and then successfully complete the final expedition with him, in which the night aspect is the target. After completion of this expedition, we will be brought to an alternate version of the post-game ending. Here, we will need to touch the Night Lord. This will result in an alternate ending for Wylder, his Chapter 9 journal entry, and the Wylder's Earring Relic. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me in the comments where I will do my best to help. If you want to see more great content, you can head over to my channel, and if you're new, consider subscribing. You're helping me feed my cat, her name's Marshmallow. Have a great day. If you're here today, have a great Wednesday, and as always, thanks for watching.